Arjun didn't see Priya for the first time at the usual market gatherings, or during hurried meetings at the annual temple fair. It was a monsoon evening, the air thick with the scent of wet earth, and rain was on its way. Arjun, a new architect with a love for traditional designs, was sketching the carvings of an old mansion in his ancestral village, looking for inspiration. Priya, a weaver known for her magnificent silk saris with old-world designs, arrived at the same mansion. Drawn by its decaying beauty, she was thinking about how to turn its fading grandeur into her next creation. She sat on the moss-covered steps, a string of jasmine flowers in her braid, softly humming a folk song. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind, a sign of the coming rain, kicked up a cloud of dust. Arjun instinctively reached out to save his sketches. As the dust settled, he saw Priya struggling to gather her scattered fabric samples. Without a word, he knelt down to help her collect the shimmering silk cloths that were the colors of a sunset. Their fingers touched, and a spark, as fleeting and powerful as lightning, passed between them. "Thank you," she whispered, her deep coffee-colored eyes meeting his. "You're welcome," he replied, his voice a little rough, surprised by the sudden warmth he felt inside. Over the next few months, their paths crossed regularly, as if by fate. They discovered a shared passion for preserving Indian art. He through his buildings, she through her weaving. Their conversations, which started out formal and polite, turned into lively debates about ancient crafts, poetry, and the very soul of the country. They met by the old banyan tree near the village well, whose roots, like their growing love, were spreading deep and wide. He would tell her about the symbolism in temple architecture, and she would explain the stories woven into the borders of Kanjivaram saris. On a scorching summer afternoon, Arjun watched Priya carefully decorating diyas for the upcoming Diwali festival at the village temple. He saw her, bathed in the golden light of the setting sun, her dedication a quiet symphony. That's when he realized his admiration had become something much deeper. "Priya," he began, his heart beating against his ribs like a drum. "Your saris, they tell stories, but I want to be a part of your story too." Priya turned, a shy smile on her lips. The air around them wasn't hot, but special with unspoken feelings. "And I, Arjun," she confessed, her voice barely a whisper, "was waiting for you to ask." Their families, steeped in tradition, arranged their union, with all the rituals and blessings of an Indian wedding. The air was filled with the fragrance of marigolds and incense, the sound of the shehnai, and the laughter of relatives. When Arjun saw Priya in her bridal clothes, a sari she had woven herself with subtle motifs of their journey, he felt an overwhelming sense of belonging. As they took their 7 vows around the sacred fire, each promise a centuries-old tradition, Arjun looked at Priya. Her eyes, full of hope and love, were like the monsoon sky that had brought them together, promising a life of shared dreams, woven together like the threads of a beautiful Indian tapestry.